What's good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Barcelona and their transfer window because there's a bunch of things that did happen, a bunch of rumors, and a bunch of things that obviously did not happen. And I will be grading it at the end. And guys, I have an announcement. We have actually hit 300 subs. I cannot believe it. So guess what? Road to 400 subs starts today. And guys, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to say is the biggest change of the summer, in my opinion, in many fans' opinion, it's that Hansi Flick is our new coach. It's not Xavi Hernandez anymore. I feel like I know it was dirty how Laporta, he threw Xavi kind of under the bus, and Xavi, he was there in the tough times, and Xavi, he's no longer our coach, but I feel like it was actually the right move at the time because I feel like Hansi Flick, he brings experience, he brings a winning mentality. He has won. He's coached a huge team in Bayern Munich. He's had Germany's assistant position, and not only that, I think he's coached Hoffenheim. So he has bags of experience, and I feel like ultimately Hansi Flick is the right man for the job, and I feel like Laporta did get it right, even though it seems dirty how he treated Xavi Hernandez. But the next thing I want to say is that there were some things that Laporta, and some profiles that we needed, like a left winger. Nico Williams was the guy that Laporta said we could afford. But guess what? Nico Williams did not end up coming to Barcelona. And I know a lot of fans are mad about it, but I actually, in the end, I'm kind of happy that Nico didn't come because I just feel like Nico Williams would have never been registered, maybe later on in the season if we had another injury. But honestly, look at the mess with Dani Olmo. The league already started, and 2 weeks after he finally got registered, like the day before. And honestly, I feel like Nico Williams, I'm not closing the door on him. If he has a great year for Bilbao, has around 20 to 25 GA, honestly, and that release clause doesn't rise, that's the biggest part, then I would honestly go in for him again if we can and we don't have other priorities. But honestly, Nico Williams, it was a big risk and also a risk for him because who knows, will he come back to Barcelona? I don't know. But Jan Laporta, I feel like he's been speaking a little bit too much. It was good that he spoke to the public, but at the same time, he is selling dreams for some fans who really think that we are going to be getting these players. And with the elections coming up soon, I feel like it's just dangerous, dangerous some of the things that we are doing. And guys, we have not got a pivot yet. Another year without a natural pivot, Zubamendi, cool. You could say he's too expensive. You could say he doesn't want to leave Sociedad. But look at N'Golo Kante. I would say offer a 1 year flat loan deal, no option to buy. And honestly, I feel like N'Golo Kante from Saudi Arabia for 1 year, that would be good depth in that position. He's experienced. He's proven in the Euros that he still got something in the tank. And I feel like we missed out, to be honest. But I feel like maybe our wage structure might have been so bad that we couldn't even get this done. But the next thing I want to say is that enter Mark Bernal and Marc Casado. Mark Bernal is so unfortunate because he balled out against Bilbao. That was probably the standout game that I said, man, this guy's special. And then he tore his ACL like the game after. And honestly, it just sucks. And then Marc Casado, he's playing in that position. But Marc Casado should be a utility player. I feel like he's over exceeding, and I feel like Hansi Flick's system is really getting the best out of both of these guys. And the next summer signing that I wanted to talk about after Hansi Flick was Pau Victor, because Pau Victor, he's going to be our backup striker. He's also going to be our third choice right winger, and I feel like Pau Victor, I feel like he's just got some IQ. He's got some good finishing, and I feel like this was a smart piece of business. He was cheap. I think it was 3 mil from Girona, and that's such a low risk deal that I feel like that was worth it. So that signing was a good one. I liked what he did in preseason. And just look at Hansi Flick, what he is doing. Like Pedri and Rafinha balling out, especially Rafinha. It's not like he's a new signing because Rafinha has been good in the past, but Rafinha is like at another level right now. Every single game, it's at least an 8 out of 10. It feels like a new signing. It feels like it's an actual superstar. And Pedri back into his natural position, as the 8. And I feel like his level has increased so much that it feels like even he's like a new player. I don't like Pedri at the 10. But guys, the guy who improved the most, absolutely without a doubt, is Robert Lewandowski. This guy is like a robot, a goal-scoring machine. He's found his form from Bayern Munich, and man, Flick has gotten the best out of Lewandowski again. He's done it at Bayern, and honestly, it looks like if Robert Lewandowski can, stay at this rate, he's definitely going to smash 30 goals at least. And I hope that he stays injury free. And Robert Lewandowski, keep doing your celebration, man, because man, he's been a joy to watch because he's not really messing up the plays and he's just putting it in the back of the net. He's kind of like Holland in a way, like staying as a poacher way up front, waiting for chances to arrive. And I feel like that's the best role for him at this stage of his career, to be honest. And hey, Hansi Flick, this is what you get with a good manager. You get a guy who hides our players' weaknesses, and you get players playing at their best positions. Not only that, he knows what Pedri specializes in, so play him deeper. He sees that Lewandowski, he's lacking some legs, so he's hiding every deficiency that we have, and that's what the best coaches do. And hey, the next thing I want to say is that Dani Olmo, for everybody who said Dani Olmo doesn't fit, the early signs is that you're wrong, man, because Dani Olmo is the glue. I'm going to say that right now. Dani Olmo is the glue, and Hansi Flick, apparently, according to many reports, this was his priority signing. And hey, I feel like this, Flick, this is a masterclass signing because he probably wants a guy to be like his Muller, and this is Dani Olmo for our Barcelona team. And I feel like Dani Olmo, keep doing what he does, but hey, he really is getting involved, and I feel like this is amazing because Dani Olmo, this is a 9 out of 10 signing so far. Like, unless he scored like back-to-back hat tricks, then I would have gave him a 10. But so far, Dani Olmo has been very impressive to me so far. And Deco, he got a lot of stick from fans for completing this deal, and going to Leipzig and making this deal happen. But I feel like so far, I feel like we've been harsh on Deco, rightfully so. But then on this signing, you have to say Deco and Laporta, they saw the vision, Flick saw the vision, and they got their man, and their man is, he's providing the goals and assists so far. So what can we say about that? But the one big downside besides getting a left winger and a natural pivot to me is that Frankie de Jong and Ronald Araujo have not re-signed yet. And guys, I cannot be an optimistic fan 100% of the time because guys, in situations like this, we cannot be losing these players on a free. And even if we sell them for 1 year left on their contract, we're going to get discounted prices, which is bad. We're Barcelona and we can't really be desperate because teams already, they give us bad offers anyway. Resign both, but hey, if we can't lose these guys on freeze. That's my point. So I can't give this, transfer window anything above a B for that reason also. So I'm going to give it a C so far because I feel like Hansi Flick is an absolute beast of a manager so far. Dani almost banged. And not only that, Pau Victor, he looks like he was very decent in the preseason. So as a backup player, that's not too bad. But then I feel like we missed out on the left winger. We missed out on the natural pivot they didn't want to spend. But then Bernal and Casado are there. So in my opinion, I think a C is fair, especially with no renewals from Araujo and De Jong. So hey, the next thing I want to say is that Hansi Flick doesn't matter to him. A C transfer window doesn't matter to him. 4 wins out of 4. And hey, what can you say, man? What can you say? And not only that, I feel like Hansi Flick, he might be our best manager since Enrique. Because when was the last time we had a proper manager heading into a big game? No doubts. Xavi was inexperienced. Valverde, inexperienced at the very top level. Kike Setien, he didn't last long. Coleman, nobody really liked Coleman, let's be honest. And I feel like Hansi Flick, he's getting the best out of our players. Our players are balling. They're having fun. We're seeing new celebrations every game. And honestly, it's a fun sight to see as a Barcelona fan. And I hope it continues. And I hope that there's no injuries in this international break. Lamine Yamal, Koundé, all of these guys, Pedri, I hope they stay injury-free because the international break has been cruel to Barcelona in the past. But hey, that's it for me today. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. And road to 400 subs. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.